Yo guys, welcome back to another video dito sa Tech Academy. Billy Ramirez here, and on today's video, ang pag-uusapan naman natin ay all about Cisco certifications. Okay, so kung isa kang aspiring IT professional or sabihin na natin na nagsisimula ka sa iyong IT career and you don't know enough about Cisco certification, makakatulong itong video na ito para maintindihan mo ano-ano yung mga available certification na pinoprovide ni Cisco Systems Incorporated, as well as ano yung mga combination ng certification na pwede mong i-take in the near future para maging certified ka sa ganitong level and ganitong area ika nga. Okay, so iisa-isahin natin yung mga yon, as well as ano yung mga dapat mong alamin, ano yung mga exam coverage, magkano, and so on and so forth. Okay, so hold your breath. This would be another interesting video. Okay, so para dun sa mga hindi nakakakilala, before we start, my name is Billy Ramirez. I'm the guy behind techacademy.ph. So right now, I help aspiring IT professionals like you build solid foundation in their IT career. So no, I have more than 15 years experience in IT, starting from IT support up to technical support in a call center. And then, nung nakapasa ako ng CCNA, nag-resign ako, and then na-hire ako as service desk, and doon nagsimulang, kumbaga, umusad yung career ko kasi doon ko nakilala yung mga certification from service desk. I was able to go up the ladder up to becoming a network engineer. So, right now, I run a community behind techacademy.ph. Ito yung ilan sa mga pictures namin kasi nagkakaroon kami ng occasional meetup sa mga members ng Tech Academy. So, mag-join ka na. And right now, we have around 1,600 or more than 1,600 members. Okay? So, again, pag-usapan natin, ano yung mga kailangan mong malaman, ano yung mga dapat mong alamin, ano yung mga dapat mong kunin in relation with Cisco certification. Okay? So, bago natin puntahan yun, bago natin pag-usapan yung mga certification, bakit Cisco? Okay? Probably you're asking, Sir Billy, why would I choose Cisco over other vendor or over other certification? Kasi, hindi naman natin maikakaila na right now in the world of IT or in the IT industry, maraming mga vendor, maraming, kumbaga sabihin na natin mga technology company, and then lahat sila may mga kanya-kanyang certifications, diba? So si Microsoft, si AWS, si Juniper, si Huawei, may mga kanya-kanyang certifications yung mga yan. Now, why would you want to have at least one or two or more Cisco certification? So ito yung mga reasons, okay? Before I give you the reasons, we already talked about this before. So according to Cisco.com, 92% of the certified individuals feel more confident in their abilities after earning the certification. So ito yung benefits naman, ito yung kumbaga advantage kapag meron kang certification. Kung matatandaan nyo, dun sa previous video natin a couple of weeks ago, we talked about why you would want to get certification. Ito yung mga yon. Actually, kinapi-paste ko lang din sila. Pero additionally, 81% of the employers associate IT certifications with increased quality and value of work contributions ng mga individuals na mga certified. Right? And then 73% of IT professionals that pursued IT certifications to obtain necessary skills. Ibig sabihin, yung skills naman talaga yung priority. Right? Yung certification kasi, yung papel is just a result of your hard work doon sa technology na inaral mo. So, dapat talagang natutunan mo. Yung lagi kong pinupoint. Okay? And then after that, 79% of IT professionals who earn certification feel more respected in the IT industry. Okay? So, hindi natin may kailayan, lalo na pagka professional level or expert level yung mga certifications natin, you'll be respected by fellow IT in the industry. Okay? So, ito yung mga reasons why you would want to get certifications, lalong-lalo na kung ikaw ay nagsisimula pa lang sa iyong IT career. Okay? Now, again, going back, bakit mo pipiliin na kumuha ng Cisco certification? Okay? Reason number 1, it will help you build a solid foundation. So, lagi kong sinasabi to, probably sabi, Sir Billy, para ka namang sirang plaka. Lagi mong sinasabi, bakit namin kailangan mag-build ng solid foundation as an aspiring IT professional, as a beginner, na nagsisimula pa lang, you need to build a strong and solid foundation, for example, in networking. And yung mga Cisco certification can also help you achieve that. For example, CCNA. Okay? So, CCNA, provided yan ni Cisco, this will help you build a solid foundation in networks. Okay? Does that make sense? So, by getting Cisco certification, for example, CCNA, makakabuild ka ng solid foundation. Another reason, Cisco is well-known all over the world, worldwide. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga malalaking enterprises, ibig sabihin, yung mga Fortune 500, Fortune 100 company, kilala yung Cisco and sila yung gumagamit ng mga yan. Okay? So, in any part of the world, in the IT industry, vendor ng technology like networking and communications, equipment and technology like VoIP, firewall, switches and routers, kilalang kilala, number 1 si Cisco. So that's why getting Cisco or having Cisco certifications in your resume will kumbaga give you an advantage or tinatawag nating pogi points sa mga recruiter, lalo na kung yung position is related dun sa Cisco certification na meron ka. Does that make sense? Another reason, of course, is kagaya nung nabanggit ko, it's being used by large enterprises or organizations. So, hindi naman yung mga, for example, maliliit na company gaya ng small travel agency na may 10 employees, gagamit ng Cisco dahil mahal yung mga yan. So, ang gumagamit ng mga yan is yung malalaking enterprises, malalaking organizations, like sabi ko nga, Fortune 500, Fortune 100 company. And anong ibig sabihin nun sa'yo? Meaning, they offer more benefits, they offer more salary, they offer more training and certifications, and so on. So, kumbaga, mas maraming opportunity. And they are the one who's adapting to the new technologies and exciting, kumbaga, new and exciting technology. So, since they are large enterprises, okay, sila rin yung mga nag-a-adapt sa mga new and exciting technologies. Like, for example, right now, AI, SD-WAN or software-defined networking, and so on and so forth. Diba? So, these are some of the benefits by having a Cisco certification. So, kapag nakita ng employer, kapag nakita ng recruiter na meron kang Cisco certification, at least lalong-lalo na, lagi kong pinapoint, lalong-lalo na kapag yung position is required or yung position nagre-required ng certification, Cisco is almost always laging number 1. Okay? Lalo na, for example, networking, lalo na for example, security, kilalang kilala din sila. Okay? Kilalang kilala si Cisco. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka mapapaya. It will give points. Okay? Points sa resume mo kapag meron kang Cisco certification. Pero sabi ko nga, it's always, ibig sabihin, dapat related doon sa ina-apply mong trabaho and dapat talagang natutunan mo. So, ibig sabihin, hindi mo lang nakuha yung certification dahil naipasa mo yung exam, okay? Ibig sabihin, natutunan mo, alam mong gawin yung mga technology, yung mga configuration, yung mga concepts behind the certification. Ibig sabihin, natutunan mo by heart. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about kung ano-ano yung mga available, yung mga pwede mong kunin at ano yung mga dapat mong malaman when it comes to Cisco certification. So, I divided this into 4 different levels. So, number 1, for example, sabihin na natin, this is you, kakagraduate mo pa lang ng IT. Okay, fresh graduate ka. O kaya naman, ikaw ay katulad ko dati, isang general IT support sa isang maliit na office and you're trying to discover kung ano yung mga pwede mong maging path, kung paano lalago yung career mo sa IT, paano ka, kumbaga, mag-earn ng 6 digits, for example, para makaipon ka sa pamilya mo, and so on and so forth. So, ito yung mga available when it comes to Cisco certifications. Okay, so, number 1, okay, level 1, we have what we called entry level, and then we have associate level, professional level, and then of course, nandyan yung tinatawag natin na expert level. Okay? And then on the entry level, we have what we call CCST. So hold your breath, okay? Mamaya, in the next coming slides, I'm gonna explain to you each of this level and each of this certification, okay? And then after that, we have CCNA sa associate level, we have CCNP sa professional level, and then of course, we have CCIE in the expert level. Okay, so these are the four levels when it comes to Cisco certification. So, if, for example, yung company na pinagtatrabahuhan mo is all about Cisco, all about networking, all about security na pinoprovide ni Cisco, you would want to jump from here to here to here and then up to here. Okay, so depende na sa role, depende na sa goal mo, pero of course, sabi ko nga makakatulong yung mga yan. Okay, so ano-ano yung mga kailangan mong malaman, ano-ano yung mga requirement, ano-ano yung mga exam, at magkano yung mga yon, and so on and so forth. So tara, pag-usapan na natin. Okay, so now, let's talk about what we call CCST, which is the hindi naman siya bago, pero lately lang din na-introduce ni Cisco, yung tinatawag nating Cisco Certified Service Technician. And this is the entry-level certification na pinoprovide ni Cisco. Okay? Cisco Certified Service Technician. And itong certification na ito has 3 major tinatawag nating path. Okay? CCST Networking, CCST Cybersecurity, and then lately, they also introduced yung tinatawag nating CCST IT Support. So meaning, if we're gonna talk about the entry-level certification ni Cisco, meron tayong 3 certification. So, CCST Networking if you want to pursue or learn networking. Okay? CCST Cybersecurity if you want to pursue or build foundations in cybersecurity. And then CCST IT Support if you want to know more about supporting infrastructure or yung mga basics ng hardware and systems. Okay? Now, you're probably asking, Sir Billy, anong kukunin ko dyan? Again, depende na sa goal mo, depende na sa role mo, yung mga pwede mong kunin. Okay? For example, you want to become a network engineer. So, probably, you can focus this. Sir Billy, ano yung pinagkaiba ng CCST networking sa CCNA? Good question. Okay, now, ang pinagkaiba niyan is hindi masyadong marami yung topics covered sa CCST networking. If you're gonna check the curriculum, for example, ng CCNA, mas maraming coverage yon. Now, si CCST, kakaunti. I'm not sure kung matatandaan nyo. Okay, dati kasi meron din si Cisco tinatawag nating CCENT. CCENT 1 at saka CCENT 2. So, pag naipasa mo yung dalawa, CCNA ka na. Pero yung isa, CCENT ka pa lang. So, almost the same thing. So, almost kalahati lang yung coverage. So, kung for example, wala kang idea sa IT, wala kang idea sa networks, and ayaw mong ma-overwhelm, tapos required din sa trabaho mo, you can get CCST networking. Now, CCST cybersecurity, ito naman, if ang path na gusto mong tahakin is more on the cybersecurity path. Like for example, gusto mong maging pen tester, gusto mong maging digital forensics analyst, and so on and so forth. So, yung mga fundamentals nandyan. And then, sabi ko nga, si IT support naman is more on supporting an infrastructure. So, more on being an help desk and SOC analyst. So, more of combinations nitong mga to, networking, systems, and application, as well as counting security. Okay, so ano yung mga exam number, magkano yung mga exams, and ano yung mga dapat mo pang malaman? Let's talk about each of them. So, for example, in CCST networking, you have to take the exam, yung tinatawag nating CCST 100-150. Okay, and then ang price niya is $125, and then the duration is 50 minutes. So, ito, kaya mong tapusin within 30 minutes kung meron ka ng idea sa basics ng networking. Okay? Actually, I saw a post doon sa community ng Networking Academy ni Cisco. He took all of this in one day. Naipasa niyan lahat yan. Yung examinations na CCST Networking, Cybersecurity, and IT Support. Okay? So, yun. For networking, again, ito yung exam number kasi when you file an exam, all exams are being handled by personreview.com. So, gagawa ka ng account doon. And then, pipili ka kung anong i-exam mo. So, ayan yung exam number. And then, ikaw yung pipili ng schedule. Tapos, ikaw yung magbabayad. So, $125. And then, on the date of the exam, kung ang pinili mo ay in-person, so pupunta ka doon sa training center or exam center, doon ka mag-exam. Kung sa bahay naman, siyempre, doon ka mag-exam sa bahay mo within 50 minutes. And then, after that, makikita mo na or manonotify ka kung nakapasa ka or hindi. And sabi ko nga doon sa previous video, kung wala kang matibay na internet or laging hindi stable ang power sa inyo, dun ka na lang mag-exam sa exam center. Kasi marami ng horror stories yung mga nag-exam sa bahay na disconnect sila or na-terminate yung exam nila and naban pa sila. Okay? So, we're done with CCST networking. Next. So, CCST cybersecurity naman. So, ito yung kailangan mong i-take na exam number. And then, yung price niya, $125 din and 50 minutes din. So, pare-pareho lang itong tatlong ito. Okay? So, again, you can choose which one you like depending on your goal or depending on your current job role. For example, pinakuha ka ng boss mo dahil kayo ay sabihin na nating integrator pero ikaw ay tag-unpack lang ng kahon at saka hindi ka pa naman nagko-configure. So, kunin mo muna yung CCST networking para magka-idea ka kung ano yung mga routers and switches, paano sila gumagana, and then yung mga basic protocols. So, pwedeng ganun. By job requirement, ika nga. Pero, again, you can choose kasi wala namang pre-requirements or wala namang tinatawag nating prerequisites yan. Okay, so we're done with the entry level. Okay, we're gonna move on now to the associate level. So sabihin na natin, natapos na natin yung woohoo! I'm moving on to the second level, associate level. So ito naman yung mga available certification when it comes to associate level. So dito papasok yung tinatawag nating CCNA, DevNet Associate as well as CyberOps Associate. So kung makikita mo, Sir Billy, bakit nasa associate level pala si CCNA? Of course, Cisco Certified Network Associate. So ibig sabihin, associate level siya. Ngayon, again, kung tinatanong mo, Sir Billy, dapat ba mag-CCST networking muna ako? Depending on your current skill set right now, depending on your stock knowledge right now, kasi itong mga to, wala yung prerequisite. Ibig sabihin, you can take them even if you don't have any Cisco certification. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin, for example, na associate level ang CCNA, tapos entry level yung CCST networking, required siya for CCNA. No, hindi siya required. You can go straight with CCNA. Okay, kasi nga, ang key dito is itong CCNA, okay, medyo maraming topics. Kung titingnan nyo yung masterclass natin, kung titingnan nyo yung curriculum, talagang kasama na yung mga routing protocols like EIGRP, OSPF, ganyan. Dun sa CCST networking, wala yung mga yun. So, kung ayaw mo ma-overwhelm and kumbaga gusto mo lang magka-certification muna, pwede mong unahin yung CCST networking and that will be a good preparation for your CCNA. Does that make sense? So, itong DevNet naman, more on automation and more on tinatawag nating sa DevOps. Okay? And then CyberOps is more on cybersecurity. So, pwedeng for example, you finish or you took the CCST cybersecurity, you can go with CyberOps kung yun yung role na ini-aim mo or yung goal na gusto mong puntahan or path na gusto mong tahakin. Okay, now, ano yung mga kailangan nating malaman when it comes to this associate level certification? So, for CCNA, we have Cisco Certified Network Associate and then yung current version niya right now is CCNA 200-301 version 1.1. So, yun yung latest. Nirelease nitong August 20. May mga kasama ng basics ng machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on. So, kung part ka ng CCNA Masterclass, we already updated our course. As I said on the group, tsaka sa email, i-check mo yung account mo, nandun na sa pinakadulong module. I think, module 41 yata or module 40 yung new topics like AI, deep learning, machine learning, API authentication, and so on. Okay, so, ang cost niyan is $300 and then you have 120 minutes to finish the course. Again, yung exam can be taken online or in person sa mga Cisco accredited exam center. Okay, so ikaw ang gagawa ng schedule, ikaw ang pipili kung saan and then magbabayad ka online. So yun yung kailangan mong malaman about CCNA certification. Now, with DevNet naman, Cisco Certified DevNet Associate, ito yung exam number. Okay? So, bakit ko sinasama yung mga exam number? Kasi, pagka nagawa ka na ng account sa Pearson VUE, either you're taking online exam or in-person exam, ilalagay mo doon kung ano yung i-exam mo. So, wala mo, ang pinaka talagang unique identifier ng exam is yung kanilang exam code or exam number. So, that's why kasama sila dyan. And then, ang cost then is Cisco DevNet Associate is $300 and then you also have 120 minutes para i-take yung exam na yon. And then, ganun din sa Cisco Certified CyberOps Associate. So, ganun naman. Ito yung exam number niya. Okay? And then, $300, 120 minutes. Ganun din. So, itong mga associate certifications na ito, almost the same. So, $300, 120 minutes mong iti-take. So, multiple choice question, tapos may mga simulations and tawag doon, laboratories. Like for example, sa CCNA, ganun. And then, point-based system yan. So, 825 points over 1,000. Okay? Now, hindi ibig sabihin na multiple choice siya, madali siya. Okay? Mahirap siya dahil, for example nga, may simulation like meron kang isosolve and then from there, hahanapin mo sa option kung bakit mali or kung bakit ano yung tamang sagot and ano yung nawawala and so on and so forth. Does that make sense? Okay, so these are the associate level when it comes to Cisco certifications. Okay, so now we are cleared with the entry level. We are now cleared with the associate level. Okay, we're now moving on, okay, to the professional level. Sabihin na natin, you take this in 1 week. Okay, kasi kailangan sa trabaho mo. And then you take CCNA for 6 months. Okay, so itong dalawa, sabihin na natin nakuha mo within a year. And then, yung company nyo nire-require na mag-CCNP na kayo dahil you'll handling more advanced projects na and so on. O kaya naman, gusto mo na mag-abroad o kaya may ina-applyan ka na require yung CCNP. So, ito na yung mga kailangan mo malaman when it comes to professional level na Cisco certifications. Okay? Or CCNP. Okay, so when it comes to CCNP, there are 7 tracks na pwede mong i-take or pwede mong, kumbaga, kunin. Okay? So, we have CCNP Enterprise, CCNP Service Provider, CCNP Data Center, CCNP Security, CCNP Collaboration, and CCNP DevNet or DevNet Professional and CyberOps Professional. Okay? So, isa-isahin muna natin bago natin puntahan yung mga exam details. So, si Enterprise is basically routing and switching yan. So, or wireless. Okay? So, meaning you are handling yung mga network infrastructure in the corporate environment. Okay, so for example, kami dati as a network engineer, enterprise kami dahil si Teletech is a BPO, so wina-handle namin yung mga data centers, mga gigapubs, and then mga branches nung site na yun or nung company na yun. So that is what we call enterprise. Okay, now with service provider, meaning ang goal mo dito, kaya mo ito kukunin is probably you are working with what we call service provider or yung tinatawag nating ISP. So probably you're working with Converge, Globe, or PLDT or sa ibang bansa, and then kayo yung nag-handle nung mga routing nyo for your client. So usually yung mga service provider, hinahandle niyan yung mga enterprise. Sila yung nagra-route nung mga routes nung mga clients nila in the enterprise. So for example, service provider, you'll be handling more on like MPLS, SD1, something like that, or layer 2 protocols, mga activations, and so on. You'll work with network engineer ng mga corporate and enterprise para mga activate at i-troubleshoot or i-maintain yung mga lines nila. Make sense? Now, with data center, from the word itself, you are the one working dun sa data center ng company nyo or ng client nyo. So, for example, ikaw yung nag-i-install, nagra-rack ng mga routers and switches, tapos pag may problema, ikaw din yung tatawagin. Take note ha, pwedeng kayo ay nasa isang team with enterprise or data center. Pero yung role mo, depende na sa job description, could be any of those. So ngayon, syempre, iba yung configurations, iba yung setup, iba yung infrastructure pagdating sa data center kasi may tinatawag tayong leaf topology, di ba? Yung hierarchy ng mga devices, and so on and so forth. So, yun yung mga hinahandle mo as well. Pag-procure, pag-monitor ng temperature, ng environment, and so on. So, yun yung mga hinahandle pagka ang tinatawag natin ay data center engineer. So, most of the time, lagi ka naka-jacket dahil sobrang lamig dyan, and then, lagi ka nandun sa data center. Okay? Now, security is, of course, from the word itself, you're handling security features or security infrastructure ng company nyo. So, depende na again sa job description, pero CCNP Security is meron siyang kanya-kanyang specialty. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin. Tapos kung ano yung mga kailangan mong makuha or ipasa para maging CCNP Security ka. Pero ang focus niyan is more on overall security ng infrastructure. Make sense? Okay, now, collaboration. This one is more on tinatawag nating VoIP or Voice over Internet Protocol. Okay, so yung mga call centers, for example, you are deploying Avayas or you're deploying Zoom or deploying Microsoft Teams dyan sa company or corporate nyo, those are being handled collaboration. I mean, hindi naman Teams dahil yun ay Microsoft, pero in the same technology, kumbaga. Kasi si Cisco, meron din siyang sariling mga collaboration or VoIP technology and equipments like Webex, and so on. So, yun yung hinahandle nyo as a collaboration engineer. Okay, now with DevNet Pro, kagaya ng pinag-usapan natin kanina sa DevNet Associate, you're on the DevOps, pero this one is on the professional level. So, more advanced projects and more advanced, kumbaga, configurations and setup. And then sa CyberOps Pro, ganun din, you're on the cybersecurity side of thing, pero more on the advanced projects and more on advanced, what we call this, ganun din, configurations. Okay, so again, kung alin ang kailangan dun sa job role mo, kung alin yung kailangan sa position mo para makapag-level up ka, that you may want to focus on. Kasi marami yan eh. Hindi pa kasama yung mga specialties na pag-uusapan natin in each of this. Kasi kada CCNP na yan, meron ka mga specialties na pwedeng pagpilian. So, depende na doon sa, for example nga, job role mo, o kaya naman, depende na sa goal mo. Kasi for example, CCNA ka right now. And then gusto mo magtrabaho sa data center. You can choose CCNP data center to become more advanced on that specific area. Diba? Sabihin na natin, uy, yung kaibigan mo kasi pinag-training ka ng CCNP data center para makuha ka nila. So may mga ganun. Depende na, diba? So sa goal and sa role. Make sense? Okay, so ano-ano yung mga kailangan nating malaman when it comes to the CCNP Enterprise track? Okay, so number 1, you have to pass and you have to take yung tinatawag nating core exam, which is the NCore version 1.1. And then to become a fully CCNP Enterprise, you have to take another exam. So hindi lang yung NCore. Ibig sabihin, any of the following can be kumbaga included or pwede mong kunin para ikaw ay maging CCNP Enterprise. So, kung makikita mo, ang dami niyang mga yan. 8. Di ba? So, in RC, basically, this will help you. Mamaya pag-usapan natin isa-isa. Okay? This is basically enterprise infrastructure. Ito naman ay... Dati ito yung routing and switching eh. So, kung ikaw ay familiar dun sa dating CCNP, ito yun. NRC plus NCore. So, hindi ibig sabihin na pag naipasa mo yung NCore, CCNP ka na. No. So, you can see any of the following. Ibig sabihin, para maging fully CCNP ka, you have to take the NCore plus the NRC. So, that way, magiging CCNP Enterprise Infrastructure ka. So, dalawa. Okay? Now, kung gusto mo naman maging CCNP Wireless Enterprise Design, ito naman yun. So, kailangan mo rin i-take yung NCore plus itong exam na to. Kung ikaw naman ay wireless infrastructure, for example, dalawa kasi yun, design at saka implementation. Ito yata yung implementation. Tapos, kung design ka, ito. So, ibig sabihin, if you want to become CCNP Enterprise, you have to take first, ideally, yung NCore muna, pero hindi naman required na NCore muna. Pero syempre, yun muna dapat kasi core yun eh. Okay? And then, choose any of the following concentration exam. Okay? Concentration exam ang tawag natin dyan para maging fully CCNP ka. Sa enterprise pa lang yun. Wala pa yung data center, wala pa yung security. So again, you have to choose. Pwede kang pumili according to your goal or pwedeng according to your job role. Okay, so pag-usapan natin isa-isa. Okay, so sabihin na natin, gusto mo maging CCNP Enterprise Infrastructure. So meaning, you have to pass the NCore exam, which is basically implementing Cisco Enterprise Network Core Technologies. So ito yung exam number niya. Okay, ang price niya is $400. And then, yung duration ng exam, 120 minutes. Okay, so sabihin natin na ipasa mo to. Sabi ko nga, hindi ka pa CCNP nun. Ang tawag sa iyo dun ay Cisco Specialist Core, something like that. Okay? Now, para maging fully CCNP ka, kailangan mong pumili ng isa, which is sabihin na natin, ang napili mo ay NRC. So, ang details for NRC is implementing Cisco Enterprise Advanced Routing and Services. So, ito yung exam number niya. Ang exam cost niya is $300 na lang. Mas mura ng konti. Okay? And then, yung exam duration na 90 minutes na lang. So, mas mabilis ng konti. Okay, so pag naipasa mo itong dalawa na to, you are now called CCNP Enterprise or Cisco Certified Specialist Enterprise Advanced Infrastructure Implementation. Yun yung specialty mo. Okay, so CCNP Enterprise ka na dyan. Dalawa, NCore plus NRC sa Enterprise. Kung yun yung goal mo or kung yun yung depende sa or kumbaga job role mo na sinasabi ko. Okay? Now, let's say for example, ang gusto mo naman ay wireless. Okay? So again, SD1 pala yun, hindi pala wireless. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo pa rin i-take yung NCore and then kailangan mong i-take itong exam number na ito which is implementing Cisco SD1 solution. So, meaning, ito yung exam number, cost niya is $300 then 90 minutes then yung duration niya. So, kung gusto mo naman ay maging CCNP Enterprise na focus on the SD1 implementation. Kuha? Goods. Okay, so let's move on. So marami kasi to. Okay, for example, ang gusto mo naman ay CCNP Enterprise Designing Enterprise Networks or sa design. So again, you have to take the NCore plus itong exam na to. Okay, so ang tawag sa iyo dyan, CCNP Enterprise pa rin pero focus on the enterprise design na. So again, $300 yung exam, 90 minutes in duration. Pwedeng online or pwedeng in person. Okay? Another one for CCNP Enterprise. Again, sabihin na natin na ipasa mo na yung NCore. So, pwede mong kunin is wireless enterprise. So, dito naman, syempre kayo yung nag-handle or ang focus nyo is more on wireless design. Again ha, take note. Pag naipasa mo, for example, ito muna yung inuna mo, hindi ka pa CCNP wireless niyan. Okay? Kailangan pareho mong maipasa yung core exam as well as yung isang concentration exam kung ano man or kung saan mo man gustong mag-specialize. Does it make sense? Good. Okay, so another one for Cisco Enterprise is of course Encore plus wireless enterprise implementation naman to. So dalawa yung wireless, pwedeng design or pwedeng implementation. So ito ganun din, $300, 90 minutes, and then from here you will be Cisco specialized or CCNP Enterprise on focusing on wireless implementation. Kuha, di ba? Now, another one is of course ang tinatawag nating automating and programming Cisco Enterprise Solution. So, more likely, ang gagawin mo dito is more on the automation side ng mga Cisco software and technologies na ginagamit ng company nyo. So, pwede rin yun. CCNP Enterprise din yun. Pero, ang focus mo naman is more on tinatawag nating Enterprise Automation and Programmability, or pagka kinuha mo yung tinatawag nating core exam ni DevNet, tapos naipasa mo yun, tsaka ito, kasi may mga ganun combination. So, pwede ka rin maging Cisco Certified DevNet Professional. Depende na sa goal mo, depende na sa role mo. Pero laging ganun, laging merong core exam plus concentration exam para ikaw ay maging fully CCNP certified. Kuha. Good. Another one for enterprise track is implementing cloud connectivity. So, more on cloud. Meron na rin si Cisco niyan. So, Enterprise Cloud Connectivity Certification. So again, you have to take the Encore plus itong exam number na to, which is Designing and Implementing Cloud Connectivity. So ito yung exam number. Again, $300 and 90 minutes din yung duration. You getting this, diba? So with CCNP Enterprise Track, meron ka ng mga option ngayon if kung saan mo gustong mag-specialize. So again, pwede kang mamili depending on your job role or kung ano yung goal mo in the near future. That way, you can show on your resume, you can show to the recruiter na meron kang at least naiintindihan at meron kang, kumbaga, proof na meron kang skills on that related technology. So hindi ka tulad dati, like CCNP ka pero routing and switching, wala nitong mga ganito. Ngayon, meron ka ng specialization. Okay? So you just have to pass the core exam, and then kailangan mo lang pumili kung saan mo gusto mag-specialize dun sa mga concentration exam. Okay? And then of course, we also have ganun pa rin. This one naman is implementing enterprise network assurance. So meron na rin si Cisco niyan. Okay? So ito yung exam number, $300, 90 minutes. So again, Encore plus this one will help you become CCNP Enterprise pero focus on network assurance naman. Okay, so this is updated up until today, September 10, 2024, as I record this video. Okay? Now, sabihin na natin, ayoko maging CCNP Enterprise. Okay? Ayoko niyan, ang pangit pala niyan. Gusto ko maging CCNP Service Provider. Kasi, bala kong magtrabaho sa service provider o ISP sa ibang bansa. Ayaw mo sa PLDT, ayaw mo sa Globe, ayaw mo sa Converge. So, gusto mo sa ibang bansa. So, pinapakuha ka ng kabarkada mo, kuha ka lang CCNP service provider. Pili ka na lang kung alin doon. Basta kailangan meron kang certification noon. So, ito naman yung mga tracks or mga exam na pwede mong i-take if your goal is to become CCNP SP natin kung tawagin or service provider. Okay, so ito yung mga track. Almost the same thing lang din. Kailangan mo lang kunin yung core exam ni service provider and then choose any of the following concentration exams. So we have SPRI, SPBI, SP Auto, SPCNI, kung apat na yon. Okay, so again, hindi pwedeng isa lang. So para maging fully CCNP service provider ka, kailangan mo munang kunin yung core exam, which is basically implementing and operating Cisco Service Provider Network Core Technologies. So ito yung exam number niya. Exam cost $400, 120 minutes. So yung mga core exam, $400 yung cost. Tapos yung duration niya is 120 minutes or 2 oras. And then yung mga concentration exam is $300 yung cost, 90 minutes naman yung duration niya. So ito naman. So pag naipasa mo yan, you will be CCNP Service Provider specializing on advanced routing implementation. So again, you have to pass the service provider course. So, iba na yung core dahil iba na yung track na gusto mong sundan eh. Kanina, di ba, Encore for enterprise yun. Ito naman, SP core for service provider. And then, you have to choose dito sa apat kung anong specialize or specialty ang gusto mong pasukin. Does that make sense? Good. So, for example, gusto mo yung service provider pero focus on VPN services. Okay, ito yung kailangan mong kunin na exam. Exam number, $300, 90 minutes. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo maipasa si SP Core plus SPVI. That way, or pag naipasa mo yan, you will become CCNP service provider focusing on VPN services implementation. So, more likely, more on VPN setup kayo dyan. Diba? So, another one for CCNP service provider track, ito naman, automating and programming Cisco service provider solution. So, more on the side of the service provider pero automation pa rin. So, ito yung exam number niya, $300, 90 minutes. So, again, you have to pass the service core or service provider core, and then this one, para ikaw ay maging CCNP service provider enterprise professional, or kung ang kinuha mo yung DevNet core, pwede ka rin maging Cisco DevNet professional kasi pwede mong i-combination yung mga yon. May kanya-kanyang core yung kada path, pero pwede mong i-combine dun sa ibang concentration exam para makuha mo rin yung professional level ng certification na yon. Does that make sense? Diba? So, another one for service provider track is ito naman. So, designing cloud infrastructure. So, ito yung exam number, $300 pa rin, 90 minutes. So, meaning you have to pass the service provider core plus this exam, and then after that, you'll be CCNP service provider cloud network infrastructure specialist naman. Kuha? Okay, so makikita mo, may kanya-kanya silang concentration exam plus the core exam. So, hindi katulad dati na hiwa-hiwalay. Di ba? So, again, natapos na natin yung enterprise, natapos na natin yung service provider. Now, sabihin na natin, gusto mo naman, data center naman. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, meron pa tayong 5 track dito na nakikita mo for CCNP. Medyo marami, di ba? So, under data center, may mga pwede ka pang kunin like the data center core. Okay? Kagaya rin ng format kanina, merong core exam itong track na ito. And then, you can choose to any of the following concentration exam. So, DCID, DCIT, DCACI, ACI-CA, DC Auto. So, 5. Diba? So, hindi ko na masyadong, kumbaga, i-detailed kasi yung format at saka yung, kumbaga, process naman ay pareho lang din. So, you have to pass or you have to take the core exam first of that track and then choose any of the concentration exams. So, for example, on this one, kinuha mo yung DC core or data center core. Ito yung exam number, $400 again, and then 120 minutes. And then yung concentration exam na napili mo is Cisco Data Center Infrastructure version 1.1. So, exam number, course, duration. Okay? So, ang tawag sa'yo dyan, data center design. Pag naipasa mo yung dalawa na yan, take note, dalawa. Kailangan mo munang ipasa yung core and then yung concentration na napipili mo. Kuha? Okay, so for example, another one. So again, core pa rin plus DCIT. Ito naman, troubleshooting data center infrastructure. So dito, magiging data center operations specialist ka, as you can see on your screen right now. Diba? And then another one, of course, data center core pa rin plus this concentration. Ito naman is ACI or application-centric infrastructure. So, ito yung exam number, cost, and then duration. So, ito, one of the hottest right now pagka naiintindihan mo yung ACI. Kasi yung mga enterprise right now, yung mga company, they are moving, di ba, dun sa application-centric infrastructure. Ibig sabihin, may mga apps na sila, hindi katulad dati ng mga normal na websites lang. Pero ngayon, mga apps nila like dinedeploy sa cloud para sa mga customers and so on, even dun sa internal nila. So, in demand yan ngayon. So, kapag naipasa mo yung data center core plus yan, magiging CCNP Data Center ACI Implementation Specialist ka. Kuha? Good. Another one na pwede mong i-take with data center is, of course, another core, and ito naman yung gusto mong maging specialties, advanced naman sa ACI pa rin. So, ganun pa rin, $300, 90 minutes. Dito naman, magiging ACI Advanced Implementation Specialist ka naman. So, may mga pagkakataon kasi na nire-require talaga to, lalo na kung yung company or yung client ng company nyo is nire-require yung mga yan for compliance. So, wala kayong magagawa kundi, kumbaga walang magagawa yung company nyo kundi ipatake sa mga engineer nila yung mga exams na yan dahil compliance nung client or company na siniserve nila. may mga pagkakataon na ganun. So that's why inaaral din yan. I mean, kailangan mong aralin kung ikaw ay nandun sa ganung sitwasyon. Now, kung sabi ko nga, depending on your goal, kung gusto mo talagang matutunan yan, sarili mo na gusto mo mag-advance dyan, pwede mong piliin, or kung nire-require sa trabaho mo. So yun yung mga options na pwede mong pagkunan. Okay? So basically, those, ito pa pala, meron pa pala tayo sa CCNP Data Center track. Meron pa tayong automating Cisco Data Center solution. So ganun pa rin. Okay? Magiging data center automation and programmability ka. Pasok pa rin yan sa DevNet pagka DevNet core yung kinuha mo. So again, those are what we have for CCNP Data Center. Okay? Now, for CCNP Security naman, ito naman yung mga tracks na pwede mong kunin. Right? CCNP Security, ganun pa rin. Meron siyang sarili niyang core exam, which is the S-core. And then, you can choose to any of the following concentration exam. Nakukuha nyo naman na yung logic, di ba? Yung flow. Kailangan mo munang kumuha ng isang concentration exam and then pumili dun sa, Kailangan mo munang kunin or ipasa yung core exam. And then after that, pumili doon sa any of the concentration exam doon sa track or doon sa path na gusto mong tahakin. So for this one, security, ito yung mga options mo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So meron tayong 7 specialties when it comes to CCNP security track. And then kagaya rin ng mga napag-usapan natin kanina, you can just, you can pass or kumbaga take the core first and then pass. Tapos, after nun, pipili ka rin ng concentration exam. For this one, for example, naipasa mo na yung security core, $400, then 120 minutes, and yung exam number niya. And then sabihin na natin, gusto mo is mag-focus ng mga Cisco firewalls. Kasi yung company nyo, lahat ng hinahandle ay firewalls. Okay, o ikaw yung assign. So natukahan ka, kailangan mong kunin yung CCNP security na securing networks with Cisco firewall. So ito yung exam number, $300, 90 minutes. Pag naipasa mo yan, CCNP security ka na, specializing on network security firepower. Okay? So again, kagaya ng logic kanina, you have to pass the security core exam and then pass the concentration exam na napili mo depending on your goal, depending dun sa role ng trabaho mo. Okay? Another one, if of course, for example, sa size naman, like configuring Cisco Identity Services Engine or size natin na tinatawag. So, kailangan din yung core plus yung concentration na yon. Dito, magiging CCNP security ka, focusing on security, identity, management, implementation. Okay? So, for another one, so almost the same lang yung flow. So, for example, ang kailangan mo ay yung tinatawag nating CESA. So, ito yung Secure Email with Cisco Email Security Appliance. So, ito yung exam number, $300, 90 minutes. And then from here, you will be CCNP Security Email Content Security Specialist. So, ganun din. Diba? So, again, for CCNP Security, dito naman, Cisco Web Security Appliance naman yung focus mo. So, yan yung exam number, $300 uli. And then 90 minutes, ito naman yung magiging specialization mo when it comes to web content security. Right? And then, of course, with SVPN, ito naman secure solutions with virtual private network. So, security core plus this one will help you become CCNP security, network security, VPN implementation. So, iba pa yan dun sa VPN na nauna kanina kasi this one is secure solutions. Okay? And then, of course, we have S-Auto or yung sa automating naman na related sa security. Okay, pag naipasa mo yan, you'll be CCNP Security with Security Automation and Programmability Specialist. So again kailangan mo munang kunin yung core and then itong concentration na ito or concentration exam na ito. Actually, meron pa okay? Itong ZSALT, ito naman ay sa cloud. So ganun pa rin. Exam number, $300, 90 minutes. You have to take the security core first and then itong concentration na ito para maging CCNP Security ka with Secure Cloud Access Specialist. Okay? So, those are basically the path na pwede mong kunin when it comes to CCNP security. Now, another option or another path na pwede mong pag-focusan or pag-specializan, kumbaga, is what we called CCNP collaboration. So sabi ko nga kanina, this is more on call centers like VoIP or Voice over Internet Protocol. So ito naman yung mga tracks with CCNP collaboration. So again, meron siyang sarili niyang core exam, which is what we call CL core. Ayan yung exam number. And then, you can choose any of the following concentration exam para maging CCNP collaboration certified. Okay, so hindi ko na isa-isahin ng katulad kanina. They are almost the same naman. So ito yung mga exam number. Pwede mo naman tignan sa official Cisco website para dun sa mga official curriculum and lessons. Pero the flow, the format, and the concept is the same. So you have to pass, you have to take the core exam first dun sa path na gusto mong tahakin. Usually, $400 yung core exam in 120 minutes. And then, you have to choose yung concentration exam ng napili mong track. Okay? Usually, $300 in 90 minutes naman siya. And then, from there, pag naipasa mo sila pareho, you'll become CCNP. For example, in this one, CCNP collaboration, focusing on application implementation. Okay? So, ito naman yung isa pang path for CCNP collaboration. This one is call control and mobility implementation. So, pare pa rin. Diba? Itong isa naman is more on collaboration cloud and edge solution. So, makita mo, more on clouds and edge solution na sa itong track na ito or itong concentration na ito. Pero syempre, dapat may kasama siyang core exam. So, dito, pwede kang maging collaboration cloud and edge implementation specialist. Right? And then, of course, this one, automating Cisco. So, ganun pa rin, i-automate mo, more on collaboration naman. So, kumbaga, hiniwa-hiwalay na ni Cisco. Meron ka ng specialties, meron ka ng concentration. Di ba? So, yun yung mga exam mo with collaboration. And then, of course, kanina nabanggit natin, meron tayong DevNet Professional. So, sa DevNet Professional track naman, meron din siyang sarili niyang core, which is what we call DevNet Core. Yan yung exam number niya. And then, para maging Cisco's DevNet Professional ka, Cisco Certified DevNet Professional, you can choose to any of the following concentration exam. So, kung makikita mo, yung mga yan, galing na rin dun sa iba pang concentration exam. Pero, yung core niya is iba. DevNet Core. So meaning, kung ang gusto mong linya or track is papunta doon sa DevNet, yun yung core exam na kukunin mo and then choose to any of the following concentration exam. Kuha? Okay, so daanan natin ng mabilis tong mga DevNet Professional track. So again, you have to take the core exam plus any of the following concentration exam. Okay? So nadaanan na rin natin to kanina doon sa EN-Auto pero ito nga, may iba yung core mo kasi dito. So that's why ang goal mo kasi ay Cisco DevNet Professional. Okay, so once you pass this, pwedeng ikaw ay Enterprise Automation and Programmability or, yun nga, DevNet Professional. Kuha? Good. So with this one naman, SP Auto, Service Provider naman, so ganun pa rin. Na-discuss na natin to kanina. Iba lang yung core na kinuha mo and then sinamahan mo ng concentration exam for Service Provider Automation. So ikaw ay naging Cisco DevNet Professional, specializing ka doon sa service provider automation naman. Okay? So, itong isa naman, more on data center automation. So, kasama rin yan doon sa data center kung matatandaan nyo. Pero yung core exam mo is DevCore. Okay? Meron kasing mga topics and terminologies and concepts na pang DevOps lang. Right? So, that's why required ni Cisco na pagka DevNet Professional ang track na gusto mo, ito yung core exam na pipiliin mo. Tapos, pipili ka ng concentration exam doon sa mga list na pinag-uusapan natin. Kuha? Right, so another one is of course is yung auto, which is automation. So pareho pa rin. Ito lang yung core na kukunin mo and then ito yung pipiliin mong concentration exam. So yung price nila $300, 90 minutes. Basta core naman $400, 120 minutes. Okay? Ito naman collaboration. So ganun pa rin. Okay? Ito lang yung core na pinili mo. Nakuha nyo, di ba? Pare-pareho lang naman sila ng flow, pare-pareho lang ng format. You're probably asking, ganun pala yun kasi dati hindi ko maintindihan, Sir Billy. Buti na lang in-explain mo. Okay? So, mag-comment ka on this video. Anyway, so, right now, ito, we're done with DevNet Pro. Sa CyberOps Pro, almost the same thing lang din. So, CyberOps, if you want to focus on cybersecurity, pero gusto mo Cisco, dahil nga required probably sa trabaho mo, okay? Now, ito yung kailangan mong kunin. Again, kailangan mo pa rin ng core exam, which is CBR Core, which is the core exam for CyberOps Professional. And then choose to any of the following. So, pwedeng ikaw ay, actually, dalawa lang sila. Okay? Kasi wala yan dun sa iba. Now, ito yung core exam ni CyberOps. So, yun yung exam number for forming CyberOps using Cisco Security Technologies. And then $400, 120 minutes. Pag naipasa mo yan, ito yung tawag sa'yo, core ka pa lang. Para maging Cisco CyberOps professional ka, kailangan mong pumili kung gusto mong maging CBRFIR. Kailangan mo munang kunin yung CyberOps score plus this concentration. Ikaw ay magiging CyberOps professional na focusing on CyberOps forensic analysis and tinatawag nating incident response. Pasensya na kayo, medyo masakit yung ano ko ngayon. Medyo nauutal or medyo nabubulol tayo dahil ang laki ng singaw ko. Hindi ko alam kung kailan gagaling. And medyo nag-i-struggle ako sa mga sinasabi ko. Napapansin ko rin. Anyway, so another exam na pwede mong i-take with Cisco CyberOps Professional Track is, of course, yung core exam muna. And then the next one is threat hunting and defending using Cisco technologies. So, kumbaga yung isa, blue team, ito naman ay, actually blue team pa rin to eh. Depending kasi, pero may threat hunting siya. Anyway, so those are the exam na pwede mong i-take with CyberOps Professional Track. Okay? So, again, ito yung mga pwede mong pagpilian when it comes to professional level. So, 7 yan. Right? And then, each of this track has their own core exam and then concentration exam. Marami. Pipili ka na lang. Again, pwede mong pagbasehan is depending on your job role, kung kailangan sa trabaho mo right now, or depending on your goal, kung ano yung gusto mong maging trabaho in the near future. Okay? So, nandyan na lahat. Nilatag ko na. Yung mismong curriculum, dahil marami sila, hindi ko na sinama dito. Pwede nyo i-search sa website ni Cisco or i-google nyo na lang yung code na pinakita ko sa screen and then it will show everything related dun sa exam na yon. So, we're done with professional level. Okay? Basically, right now, the remaining one or the remaining level is what we call CCIE, and basically, this is the holy grail of Cisco certification. Bakit? Kasi ito na yung pinakamataas. Expert level na. Once you have this, you have all the respect from the IT industry, and isa pa, tawag dito, you'll be, kumbaga, gain attention na rin sa mga recruiters and employers dahil nga, you are considered to be expert on this level. Now, ito yung mga tracks, ito yung mga kailangan mong maintindihan if you want to become a CCIE natin na tinatawag o Cisco Certified Internet Network Expert. Okay? So, CCIE, may mga path din tayo na pwedeng kunin or kumbaga sundan. Sa infrastructure, meron tayong sa enterprise, meron tayong enterprise infrastructure or enterprise wireless. And then from there, meron tayong CCIE collaboration, CCIE data center, security, service provider, design expert, and of course, DevNet expert. Wala pa yung Cisco CyberOps expert. Okay, so as you can see, 8 pa lang ang CCIE certifications na available right now. Okay, now, ano yung kaibahan nito doon sa mga CCNP na pinag-usapan natin kanina? So, from CCST up to CCNP, although si CCNP merong core at concentration exam, lahat sila pwede mong i-take online or Pearson VUE. Si CCIE, hindi ganun. Meron siyang online exam or yung tinatawag nating written exam, meron siyang hands-on or lab exam na iti-take mo lang sa mga CCIE lab center ni Cisco, which is wala sa Pilipinas.
Wow!
Okay? So, meron sa Japan, meron sa Singapore, meron sa Australia, meron sa UAE, and so on. Pero sa Pinas, wala pa. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pag naipasa mo yung written exam ni CCIE, hindi ka pa CCIE noon, kailangan mo pang maipasa yung lab or hands-on exam and kailangan mo mag-travel doon sa mga center kung saan merong CCIE lab center. Right? So, pag-usapan natin yung mga track ni CCIE or iba't ibang track na pwede mong i-take kung gusto mo maging CCIE. So, again, para maging CCIE enterprise ka, okay, kailangan mong mag-take nung NCORE. So, ito ay the same NCORE with the CCNP enterprise. So, kailangan mong i-take yung core exam na yon. So, pareho lang yung details niyan. Now, after mong maipasa mo yon, pwede ka nang dumiretso ng CCIE kung talagang expert ka na. As you can see, CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure Hands-on Lab in person sa mga Cisco CCIE Lab Center. Ang cost niya is $1,600 and then 8 hours yung exam mo dahil wala kang gagawin doon kundi mag-configure. So, this is the real deal. Ika nga. Okay? Ibig sabihin, bukod sa gastos na yan, tatravel ka pa ng Japan, Singapore, or Australia para lang mag-exam at mag-lab ng 8 hours. Pag hindi mo na ipasa, goodbye. Effort, goodbye money. So that's why ready ka na dapat bago mo i-take yung exam na yan. Pero yung NCORE niya, pareho lang din yan dun sa NCORE ng CCNP. Ang kaibahan nga lang, para maging CCIE ka, kailangan mong mag-hands-on lab. So pag naipasa mo yan, you'll be CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure. So ganun din, kapag sa wireless naman yung trip mo, yung lab exam na kukunin mo, for example, in wireless is ganun din, NCORE pa rin ng CCNP, okay? Pero yung lab exam, of course, is for the wireless na. So, ganun pa rin. In person sa mga CCIE Lab Center plus $1,600 yung bayad and then 8 hours na lab, maglalab ka doon. Okay, so, ganun din sa ibang CCIE track. So, kung makikita mo, ito yung in-example ko kanina. Pero ganun din. So, sa CCIE collaboration, almost ganun din. Kukunin mo yung core ng collaboration ng CCNP. As well as data center, security, and service provider, as well as this one. And then, iti-take mo yung hands-on lab nila doon sa mga CCIE lab center na wala sa Pilipinas na sinasabi ko. Okay? So, for example, CCSP service provider, itong tatlo na to. So, you have to take the service provider core and then lab exam, 8 hours, $1,600. CCIE data center track, ganun din, data center core, data center lab. CCIE security core, and then the lab. So, yung lab, again, $1,600. 1,600 yan, And then, dun sa mga CCIE lab center. So, again, Japan, Australia, Singapore. Singapore na pinakamalapit. Right? So, ganun pa rin sa collaboration, expert, at saka sa DevNet. Okay, now, sa DevNet, may pagkakaiba ng, sa design, meron siyang written exam for and then practical exam. So, ganun pa rin. Ganun pa rin. Basta CCIE, laging merong written, which is, yung written niya is yung core exam for CCNP, nung path or concentration na yon. And then, lab exam, nakukunin mo hands-on, physical, dun sa mga CCIE lab center, plus $1,600 yung bayad. Okay? So, now, we covered everything here na related sa mga Cisco certification from the entry level, associate, professional, and now we're done with the expert level. Okay? And then kanina diniscuss ko rin why would you want to choose Cisco certifications. And then sabi ko nga this will be according to your role or probably according to your goal. So pili ka na lang kung kailangan sa trabaho mo or talagang yun talaga yung nakikita mo sa sarili mo in the near future. Okay? Now, here are some of the reminders na gusto kong ibigay sa'yo before I end this video. Medyo mahaba yung video natin right now dahil medyo marami. I hope kahit pa paano naintindihan mo yung hierarchy at saka yung mga format as well as kung ano yung mga dapat mong maintindihan when it comes to Cisco certification. Before I end this video, ito yung ma-advise ko. Which one should I focus on? Kasi marami di ba? Now, the first one is, again, dahil nga ang main audience naman ng Tech Academy nitong channel natin is mga beginners and nagsisimula pa lang sa IT industry kagaya mo, you'll need to focus on building a strong foundation. So, focus ka muna dun sa entry level and associate level para mapatibay mo yung foundation mo when it comes in understanding the technology na gusto mong tahakin or gusto mong piliin in the near future like networking ba, cloud ba, and security ba. So, aralin mo muna yung mga foundational and basic topic, yung mga fundamentals dahil yung mga advanced are always relying on the fundamentals. So, dapat meron kang matibay na fundasyon. And then, of course, gaya ng sinabi ko, you can choose which one is aligned to your role. For example, data center ka na ngayon and nakikita mo na data center ka talaga magtatagal in the next 5 or 10 years. So, piliin mo yung mga certification ni Cisco na related sa data center or sa automation ng data center and so on or security ng data center. Basta related doon sa role mo dahil makakatulong yon para mas maging specialized ka pa, mas maging master ka pa on that area dahil yun na yung ginagawa mo. Okay? Naalala ko yung kasabihan, don't be a jack of all trades, master of none, but become a master of one. Diba? So, go deep, ika nga, before going wide. Alam niyo yun? Hindi yung marami kang alam na pahapyaw, na mababaw lang, pero dapat meron kang isang specialization or dalawa na talagang naiintindihan mo to the core. Go deep before going wide. Another one, specialize as you grow. So, hindi naman mo kasi kayang aralin lahat yan. Katulad ng pinag-usapan natin kanina, napakadami nun. 'Di ba? Hindi mo kayang aralin lahat 'yon, and by the time na inaaral mo na sila, malamang update na uli 'yon. So, kailangan mong pumili kung saan mo gustong mag-specialize. Again, pwedeng depende sa role mo or depende sa goal mo, sa passion mo. Pwede rin 'yon. Okay? Pili ka lang muna ng isa, and then once you achieve that, that's the best way to move on to the next. Huwag mong pagsabay-sabayin. Okay? Then of course, take one step or one certification as a time. Okay, hindi mo pwedeng pagsabay-sabayin kasi nga sabi ko, mas maganda yung malalim, deep yung pagkakaintindi mo doon sa isang bagay, kumbaga na master mo siya, specialize ka doon, kaysa yung pahapyaw lang na marami kang hindi mo naman talaga naaral, hindi mo talaga, kumbaga mababaw, surface level lang. Mas maganda yung malalim at nag-specialize ka, master mo talaga dahil doon ka talaga mag-grow. Okay? So basically, once you finish the other, or once you finish your for example, associate or entry level, keep going to the next level. Okay? Dahil deserve mong maging successful, kagaya ng sinabi ko dun sa mga naunang videos ko. Okay? Don't be settled dahil lang IT is a never-ending learning journey or a never-ending learning process. You have to keep going, you have to keep learning, and you have to keep reinventing yourself para nang sa ganun maging in-demand ka and maging, kumbaga, highly paid IT professionals ka. I'm sure right now medyo overwhelming, pero sabi ko nga, pick one certification, pick one topic at a time, take one step, take one certification at a time, and then by the time na natapos mo yon, that's the best time to move on to your next goal. Okay? So I hope you pick up something on this. Lagi niyong tatandaan, you have to keep learning and put those learning into actions para magkaroon kayo ng resulta. Okay? Maraming salamat. God bless. Follow nyo ang Tech Academy sa mga channels na yan. And hopefully, kagaya ng nabanggit ko, you pick up something here, you learn something here, share it to your friends na sa tingin nyo ay kailangan din itong mga videos na ito. Yun lamang. Maraming salamat. God bless.